come down to one possession, but that one that extended probably 30-something seconds, how big was that?
I mean, I think they had about 3 or 4 possessions where they got like 4 cracks at it because we couldn't secure the rebound. And, you know, if you look at the defensive possessions, if you just get the rebound, the numbers are extremely in our favor. So we gave them 14 offensive rebounds tonight, but timely ones. And then we had a couple of mishaps down the stretch and gave Kawhi 1 3, and then Gordon got a 3. And so those things just kind of piled up at the end.
Curious with the possession that you guys had. Obviously, it looked like he was trying to get it to Durant. What did they do defensively to maybe take that?
They just switched. They went small and switched, and that's why sometimes you don't even want to call a timeout because you know they're going to get the big out of the game and switch everything. And, you know, Book got the ball, and Russ just made a good play.
Curious, what was your message to them after? I mean, obviously, it's early in the series, right?
You know, it's one game. We'll look at the film and regroup and get ready for a big game here when we show up on Tuesday.
Coach, when you look at the second quarter, the end of the second quarter and the third quarter, what do you feel like clicked for you guys?
We just played .5 basketball, and we got stops. The last part of the third, I thought we gave a lot back. We were up 8, and then just like that, it was a tie game. And I got to look at the film and see why. I thought we took a couple of shots we didn't need to take. We could have got it to the second side. They were forcing us to take mid-range shots in the pocket high instead of swinging it to the second side, which is how we got the lead in the first place.
Down the stretch, were you comfortable with the way the offense looked? Or
Nah, it was all over the place. I mean, we missed shots in the paint that we typically make, but it didn't look like there was a great flow tonight, and we got to get more organized and run our stuff. I thought when they put smaller guys on DA and bigger guys on Torrey, we had Torrey setting screens in the pocket, and typically we don't do that. We put DA in that screening action. If they switch it, then we throw it to him, and then he has to convert or find somebody on the second side. So we got to get more organized on offense.
Monty, with what you just mentioned, how'd you like the way the guys adjusted to using Torrey as a screener and getting the flow?
It was okay. I mean, when he was diving and getting to the basket, I mean, he scored tonight, which is great, but I still think we have to take advantage of DA's size in those situations and have him screen. He's got a small guy on him, and then he's screening a smaller guy. So if they want to put that guy on DA, we can throw it to him or see if they help on the second side. But Torrey in the pocket wasn't bad tonight.
It was an uneven start defensively, but how'd you like the way the guys started to compete a bit?
I thought we just gave up stuff out of timeouts. There were a few times where we just didn't get back in transition, not a ton. And then there were times where we didn't even see the guy behind us. You know, those are plays that at halftime, when you look at our defense, it wasn't bad. There was just miscommunications or we just didn't see a guy behind us. And that's something that, you know, you can't have that in the playoffs.
And Coach, right here, good to see you. What do you attribute the slow start to?
You could make all kinds of excuses. It doesn't matter. We had the same time off as they did. You know what I mean? You could say we didn't have a lot of time to play, but we played 2 days this week. You know, so we just have to come out with that NBA term urgency right out the gate. And I didn't feel like we had that defensively to start. And then we got it a bit in the second quarter, and then we played really good defense and offense to begin the third. And then it just kind of went a little bit offensively. I thought our offense hurt us at the end of the third and gave them possessions in transition.
Monty, we saw over here. We saw quite a few guys get some run. What were you looking for when you were deciding what lineups to put out there, just who to play off the bench?
Yeah, the minutes are going to go up for the guys who play a ton. You know, we're trying to match up and keep size on Kawhi as best we can, but we also have attention on Powell and Gordon. And so a lot of it was getting some defensive guys on Powell and Gordon along with Kawhi. But I think I could have given Terrence a longer run tonight just to get us somebody who can knock down a shot and space the floor.
Coach, you mentioned having some size. Was that kind of the thinking behind having Torrey over Josh in the starting line?
Yeah, Torrey and Ish have done well against guys like that. Now, nobody can stop Kawhi. But at the same time, we feel like, putting size on him gives you a chance. But they screen the size off of him a lot. And so if you go back and hit him or blitz him, then you're in rotations.
Coach, obviously, looking at the bench, a lot of guys, the minutes were low, but they weren't being aggressive as far as shooting. How do you?
Well, I didn't think we were organized enough to get those guys shots. I thought we allowed the way they matched us, I thought that messed with us a little bit. We have to just run our stuff, and that's what we're going to talk about tomorrow. Just run our stuff no matter how they match up and make them play against our offense. Our offense is pretty good.
Coach, how did you feel about Jock when he came in during the third quarter to kind of come and help the guys just a tiny bit?
It was okay. There was a couple of times I felt like he could have got the ball to the second side. Sometimes you take that mid-range free throw shot, you got to make that shot. But his energy is great. I thought he had a really good dive. He got to the free throw line. So that's something that we'll talk about tomorrow so that we can be better.
Two more, Dana.
Coach, how do you look at Chris as a rebounder tonight rather than just he got a double-double in assists and rebounds?
It's what we needed. Russ had 5 offensive boards. We have to have more attention as far as keeping their guards off the glass. We needed Chris to rebound. They had 14 offensive boards, 10 more possessions. I thought that was, along with the stuff that happened down the stretch with, the 2 threes we gave up, I thought the extra possessions we gave them really hurt us tonight.
Monty, not that we haven't seen defense from Book before, but do you think he takes that end to a different level in the postseason?
I think he's just competitive and aggressive no matter what the situation is. But I thought he took the challenge tonight against Kawhi. Kawhi hit some tough shots. But Book is, I've said it since I've been here, he's a better defender than people give him credit for.
Thanks,
All right, thank you.